Hey everyone tuning in, welcome to the first ever New World PTR 1v1 tournament, cross-server in a way. We have everybody here on the NA PTR. We're looking to continue on with some tournament gameplay. We have Cleo. Cleo, you want to say some things as we get started?
Hey, Graphic, thanks for having me here. Really excited to be casting today. Just been preparing, just really excited for, it's a great community event. Should be great, have a great turnout, and just looking forward to it.
I want to start out with a big shout out to New World Database putting in $700 for this tournament. So the first place prize now at $500, which is huge. We're going to kind of test out audio, make sure everything's going smooth before we start the tournament. And that's why we started just about 10 minutes early here. So you can barely hear Cleo. Cleo, you want to talk a little bit more? We'll just kind of test some things out, make sure we're looking good.
Absolutely. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2.
Okay, this sounds a little bit better, I think. I'm looking at my mic levels. So let's see. Both of us talking at the same time. Everyone pretty good with the volume levels across the board here?
Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you hear me?
A little better?
See some tourney gameplay, 1, 2.
Nice now.
1, 2.
Okay, thank you guys for the feedback on that. Very nice. All right, cool. Thanks for the feedback, guys. Appreciate it. So we got our little tent circle here. We are on the PTR. Like I said, a nice little spot in the PTR. It's a very, very cool spot because you're actually able to see some of the new stuff in Brimstone as well. Thanks for New World giving us 10 New World game copies as well. I do appreciate the AGS support for these community events. I really want to see more of these kind of things across the community because this is what brings the community together, also continues to grow it. So definitely going to be a cool event today. We have the bracket if you guys want to look into it on Twitch. You're actually type in ! bracket. You'll be able to see the entire bracket. It's refreshed. So this is actually going to be who's playing against who already set up. And like I said, $500 on the line for first place. And I think it's 300 for second, 100 for third, something like that. You guys can see the rewards, though, when you go over to the challenge bracket. So a lot of cool stuff today. Thank you again, New World Database, for providing that $700 donation to the tournament. So the first bracket, or the first game, is going to be starting here at 3 o'clock. So we'll just kind of talk a little bit about this tournament and kind of what we expect. And what do you think is going to be the winning, really, build in this tournament, Cleo? Do you have any idea what you're thinking is going to be kind of dominant?
Ice Gauntlet, Sword and Shield, I think back when they had another PTR Arena tourney way back at the beginning of the game was really good. I think it was Ice Gauntlet, Sword and Board. I think IG is just good. Pylon has that pressure. You can see it right now on the screen. Someone's doing some warm-ups here. Ice Gauntlet, Blunderbuss. I think Greatsword, depending on how you go with it, I think Greatsword Hatchet's going to be good as well because you have that mobility, survivability, sustain. It's going to be interesting what people bring out, and maybe even those bow rapier, bow spears, really nasty in a 1v1 too. And I just wanted to also give a quick shout out to everyone in the community who helped market this tournament.
That's true. There's a lot of them.
Trix PTR here. I know BDLG was announcing it as well.
Redbird was one of them.
Just everyone in the community talking about it and getting it moving, and sharing on their Discords. Thank you, because it really is the hardcore community that keeps these games going.
Yep, for sure. Trick actually says musket. He thinks musket's going to be the big thing that maybe has what it takes to take the cake today. I see musket being a big possibility. I just think there's some builds that could definitely counter it. So depending on what other people are going, what the musket ends up playing against, it could also be knocked out early against something like in my opinion, obviously a sword and shield or a great sword combo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Musket 100%, Trick says. We'll see what happens.
Could be. It really could be if they hit the shots. It for sure could be a problem.
All right, so the first match, like I said, guys, if you're just tuning in, starts here in just about 6-7 minutes. Good guy, TTV, if you guys don't know who he is, he's going to be setting up all of this throughout all of it. So he's the kind of backbone to this tournament and what's going on here. So I really do appreciate his help, appreciate Cleo's help, obviously casting, and then we'll probably continue on. In this tournament, I would assume we can get it out in 3 to 4 hours. We'll see what really goes on. There's going to be a lot of kind of new things that we run into with the PTR tournament. We haven't seen too many big PTR tournaments recently. We have about 32 people signed up for this tournament. We actually capped it out 32. In the future, we're going to probably plan on running 64, maybe even bigger. So 32 people for this tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun. Big rewards, like I said, on the line. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to, just follow, because if you guys aren't following on Twitch, we're going to continue to do these community events, and your support is definitely, thankful, or we're happy, I guess, about your support.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not for the community with the game and everything. It's just just nothing gets done. You know, so it's a great thing, really.
All right, let me check in
just
with
big
good guys,
shout
see
out,
if we
too.
can get that first game kind of getting started here. I know we'll start a little bit early, but I think we could start getting them kind of lined up. Do you know, Cleo, who we have coming in first on the bracket? Let me take a look here. We have a couple different matches. We have Proverbs versus Carnage. We have Skivation versus Joker TTV. Arrow, actually, I don't know if he's going to make it today, but he was against Doof PTR. Reborn 1 versus Kevin the Baker. Trick versus Dr. Smuggle. Gladiator versus Deuce X Persona. Board PTR versus Prelume, and Spearbow Dude versus Ouija Board. And then we have a couple other matches later on down the line. I'm not going to go through them all, but those are some of the first ones that we're going to be taking a look at in probably the next 30 minutes to an hour. These are best of threes. Heart runes are available to everybody to use. Consumables allowed. We're letting everything out there and kind of available to you in this run. We want to kind of keep it as close to as an arena-style game as possible. I know a lot of you guys have been playing arenas, obviously, as that's pretty much the priority when it comes to PvP right now is them arenas. I do want to leave this group real quick. We were trying to set up tents and everything, trying to ping everybody where to put those tents. It's looking like it's a pretty decent circle. You know, we have some pretty crazy tents, but at the same time, it's going to be good enough for what we're doing here today.
Yeah, some folks, couldn't get the tent straight.
You can see over here in this corner. I mean,
It's
there was a battle over here in this corner. We got more of a square over here. It comes into a circle later on. But it's not too bad, I guess. Not too bad.
Someone didn't get all their weapons to 20. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, exactly that. Place your bets, folks. Who is your favorite to win? There's a lot of people that are coming into this tournament with kind of a high status in the community. Trick, obviously one of them, being one of the best PvPers probably in the game. There's Carnage actually has done very, very well in past 1v1 duels that I've seen. Who was the other guy? Where's he at? Let me look around here, see if I can find him. The Bow Dude, he's done really, really well as well. Doesn't look like he's too close by, but Bow Dude is definitely one of those guys. He's somebody to watch out for sure.
Couple standouts too. To Carnage TTV coming out of Spain. Pretty good EU player as well. We also have One-Eyed Stars from Bonsai Guild, also a EU player on Dry Tree. Great guild, dominating the war scene, so it should be interesting to see what these players could do.
That's exactly right. I'm going to get kind of set up in my kind of spectate area, find the best spot on the map. I think we're going to probably stay right here on this tent. I know we have the camp tier 5 kind of showing up on the bottom right. I think this might still be the best spot, though, so if you guys let me know what you guys think about this spot. I think you're going to be able to see more of the fight. Actually, I think we were going to talk about that rock over there, weren't we, Cleo? This rock
yes.
seemed like it was a pretty good elevation point to where it wasn't too high, but you were able to see everything still. I do like our location for this. No mobs around.
Yeah, it's a good spot. I know they added a random event with that flag spawning a little bit up the hill. Right. So it's cool to see Brimstone having all these dynamic events and whatnot.
That is cool. There's a lot of new changes that are definitely bringing a lot of cool things to the game for sure. So a lot of people excited about Brimstone Sands. You definitely should be. A lot of cool stuff coming. I do want to take a look here at like I said, that bracket again. It does look like the Proverbs versus Carnage is going to be the first match. I don't know if we have both of them here. Looks like we have Carnage for sure. We'll have to check in. Like I said, Cleo, if you can check in with good guys, see if we get that first match going here in a second. I know everyone's not ready as we have 3 minutes yet, but I'm just getting excited. I'm telling you what, there's going to be a lot of fun action today in the 1v1 arena. 32 different players fighting for over $1,100 in total value across the board, from prizes being 10 New World copies. I think it's about $800 in cash. A lot of cool stuff. So very, very cool tournament. If you guys want to learn more about these tournaments, like I said, follow on Twitch and just kind of subscribe to the channel on YouTube. We're going to continue more community events if you guys are there for them. So thank you guys for tuning in.
Just getting worded from good guy. Looking like Proverb's going to be a no-show.
Okay.
I guess maybe give him, what was it, 2 minutes, right?
2 minutes, yep. So we'll give him till 3:02. Make sure he has this, proper time to show up. And then at 3:02, we're going straight to the next match. We're not going to give too many people too long to show up. Some of these people may just not been able to make it today. Although we did have a check-in, people still have last-minute things. So 2 minutes for the guy to show up, Proverb, I believe it was, to show up. And if he shows up, who was it?
Proverbs.
Okay, it was Proverbs. Okay. Let me get this up as well. We do have a little
guild leader of Validus.
Validus?
Guild or Validus, yeah.
Gotcha.
Bigger guild at launch. Yeah, I hope he's all right.
Hope he's all right. Hope he's going to make it to the next one at least. Or maybe I'll show up in the next minute. We'll see. What if you zoom in a bit? I could definitely zoom in a bit. The thing is if you zoom in a little bit, we have more, more of us and less of the contact in the arena. But if we zoom out, you can see more, but you can maybe see less. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments about how far zoomed you want me to be, because I want you guys to kind of have the best view, obviously, as, you don't want to be looking directly out of the back of our heads, but you also don't want to be zoomed out to where you can't see anything. So there's that kind of sweet medium that we need to find for these community events. So if you guys would give us feedback on that, we would appreciate it. Full zoom in seems fine. Okay. So we have one person saying the full zoom. We'll stay full zoom then if you guys are all good with that. Zoom in a bit for sure. Okay. Okay. I do want to see some of these fights and the abilities that they're using, of course. You don't want to just see the outcome. So we're definitely going to zoom in a little bit. Hopefully you guys are okay with the scoreboard. We just set up 0-0 obviously right now. We're going to have people set up on the north and south side tent-wise. And once the duel begins, they can start running at each other. So the bow is going to have, and the musket as well, is going to have a little bit of time to kind of aim before, just getting pounced by maybe a hammer great axe build. That you can see looks like Starzy's running a hammer great axe build. What are you seeing a lot of out here, Cleo? What are you seeing a lot of? What kind of build styles? It's looking like there's a lot of melee, actually, and I'm kind of excited to see that because you see here Spear Greatsword. We've got a couple people with Spear Blunderbuss, actually. A lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, ice, seeing a lot of ice out here. A couple mages in the mix. Plenty of great swords. Great sword spear I'm seeing a lot of too. So it should be good to see. And definitely blunderbusses. It seems like an average mix. Don't see any muskets as of now. I wonder if anyone's maybe going to bring that out at a later round as we advance. So it's good to see a nice mix of everything.
For sure, for sure. Okay, so it does look like that first match then is probably going to be a forfeit. We're going to the next match, though. And who is in the next match, Cleo? Do you have?
Yes, next match we have Civation and L Joker TTV. Word in from Good Guy here is L Joker's up next with Civ, but he does not see Civation next. So I'm going to message Good Guy, see what's going on with that.
Sounds good. Hey, BDLG, thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate the support for the event. We're going to continue to hopefully have a lot of these kind of events in the near future, so we would love your continued support. And hopefully one of these times we'll see you actually playing yourself. I know you have a pretty solid build in Orofina where we play. We've played you a couple times in Arena. It's always a good matchup for sure.
Yeah, just contacting Good Guy right now. We're getting everything moving on with the DQ of Proverbs and to Carnage advancing via Absentee into the second round.
Sounds good. So that's the one thing with first rounds. Just remember, guys, this is going to take a little bit longer for the first rounds just because we already are going to have some of those, people that just DNF or do not shows or do not finish. We are going to have some of those, but by round 2, all of those will be gone pretty much, and that's where we're going to really start racking through these, through these arenas or through these 1v1s. It's going to be a lot of good contact here. I want to look around and kind of look at some of these different builds. Again, we are seeing some great swords. We're seeing some bows. It looks like we have a little bit of everything. Life Staff today is banned, by the way, if you were wondering why there's not many Life Staff users. It would just be, unfortunately, a little bit too strong in my opinion. I don't really want to see that kind of gameplay, to be honest. It does look like a lot of Ice Gauntlets. If we're seeing mages, they're going Ice Gauntlet typically. Blunderbuss is showing up a lot more than I thought it would, to be honest, as well. Blunderbuss has a ton of burst potential. We all know that. So it's cool to see a lot of blunderbuss users out here in the arena. Where are the muskets? I haven't seen too many muskets actually out here. I've seen 1 or 2, I believe. But Trick said that muskets are going to win this. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see if that actually is what comes down to.
Civ and Joker are here, so I guess we'll get ready. We'll have our first matchup. It's going to be a good time.
Very cool. If you guys can try, I know these guys are trying to get in the screen. Try to get a little bit away from the screen so we can zoom in and not have so much contact. If you guys are on stream watching that the people sitting beside me. It's not too bad right now, but... So if you're in the stream as well, everyone try to get out of the arena so that we can get this going. This one is between who again, Cleo?
This is versus Civation and L Joker.
Civation and L Joker. So we're just waiting for Starzy to get out of the arena. Looks like he's typing to us instead of just moving. Unfortunate.
Starts a PTR with an AFK.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. All right. So if you're going to AFK out of the arena, just a little hint for everyone. So Civ's got the south tent. We have Joker at the north tent. And like I said, the rules here is you have to accept the duel while you're at your tent, and then you can start moving after that. So we are going to see what happens here with our first duel pretty much underway. Okay, I don't know. Something might have happened there.
Let's get good guy to go back.
I think what happened there is Savation actually moved too early, maybe. Duel begins when all... Okay, nope, we're good. We're good. We're starting. We have a big start here.
Okay. Big poison arrow, explosive arrow out by Savation. Spear throw going down. El Joker making space. Net shot hits with the slow. Splitting grenade goes out. El Joker taking a smidge of damage. Relentless rush, and boom with the pen shot.
Joker got a lot of damage very, very quickly there. Savation, I don't know if he's going the powerful Oak Flesh. Do you think he actually had it equipped there? Because he took a lot more damage than I would expect with a powerful Oak Flesh popped, and which, by the way, is legal, like I said, in these 1v1s.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think so. He took way too much there, unless he's just running full, full damage, no con.
So, can we get everyone off this rock? Actually, we have so many people crowding the view here a little bit on my screen.
So many people typing.
Can you type into an area and see if they can move up a little or move back a little bit there, Cleo?
Yeah, I gotcha.
So everything is legal. So it's going to be a 1-0 start, I believe, then, for Joker. Looks like the next one's in play. We have Savation going in with a relentless rush. He's actually getting some good damage here. A counter that's not going to actually hit. A javelin toss by Joker is going to back him up. Savation's going to pop a pot. Savation's actually looking for really close combat quarters here because he does have that greatsword to his advantage. Heavy attacks coming out, missing. Skyward Slash going to miss the downward Skyward Slash there. Joker's missing the javelin toss, which is not going to be helpful for him. But Joker, again, going to have a lot of damage from that explosive arrow. A lot of damage.
Explosive arrow right to the back. Gets behind the 180-degree radius of the counter. And, yeah, looks like Savation there's going down.
And that's what's really cool about the counter, right? So it's a 180-degree, basically, radius where Rapier, if you do riposte, you're going to be able to block pretty much anything, right? And so the counter has more counterplay to it. Even though it's called the counter, there is counterplay as well to the counter. So that's kind of cool to see the explosive arrow just popping, popping him even with the counter up.
Yeah, no, absolutely good play on the ability there. People are asking for those similar changes to riposte. So just newsing from good guy, Arrow Lee is an absent. So it looks like Doof PTR is going to advance via absentee into the second round. Next up is Reborn 1 and Kevin the Baker. See where they're at. I don't really see them here.
Yeah, sorry about the scoreboard there, guys. I didn't hit the victory button. We do have these kind of manually going through, so I need to do a better job myself. So come after me if I don't have those up in the right order. But we are going to be obviously back down to that 0-0 as we get stuck into another 1v1 in the next round. If you guys want to learn more about the bracket and the event altogether, just type in !bracket on Twitch. You're going to be able to see more about the bracket and who's up next, as well as who's advancing to the next round. There's a lot of great people, and I think they're going to see a lot of different builds that you typically won't see outside of the BTR, with the Heart Runes involved and the consumables all involved. Looks like everyone's trying to get a good view on this rock, unfortunately. We're going to try to zoom in and move up just a little bit so we don't have as much contact, but these things tend to happen just a little bit in some of these events, which is perfectly fine. You're going to have a little bit of these things. We got somebody practicing the Pillar of Fire out there. Interesting to see. We have Starzy PTR in the middle yet again. Hopefully he's able to move when we do get to the next round. Cleo and Good Guy definitely figuring out the next round for us right now, so that should be well into play here in a second. And like I said, round 2 is going to go a lot faster because round 2 is going to have all the players that are here and ready to go. More serious players, round 2, round 3, round 4, as we go through the finals. So a lot of exciting fights to be had. We have a lot of really, really well-involved people with the community here today. And like I said, I really do appreciate the awesome support. I do want to say another big thank you because $700, quite a big donation from NWBD or newworlddatabase.info. If you guys haven't been there before, it's actually NWBD.info, New World Database, actually, so DB, sorry, I said that wrong, but New World Database, you guys have all been there before. It's one of the best websites for New World, and it's going to continue to be so. Big $700 donation from them.
Oh, absolutely huge by New World Database. Yeah, I'm working out the brackets right now, talking to Good Guy. Looks like Reborning and Kevin the Baker, both no-shows as well. So I guess we're moving on to round 5. Let me just confirm Good Guy here.
when he says round 5, obviously he's talking about round 1, game 5, or yeah, I guess.
Correct.
Yeah,
Sorry
I got
about
you.
that. Yes, match 5, round 1.
Match 5. I got you. Hey, Rage Starve, thank you for the Twitch Prime, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. I have all notifications, by the way, turned off on the stream. Typically, you know, follows, subs, all that stuff would come up on the stream. You guys would be thanked and everything. But today, for obvious reasons, we want to keep all clutter off the screen. So basically, only Twitch Primes and subs in that way, or donations or bits. Those things will come up still, because I do want to say thank you to those. But I'm trying to keep all the clutter off the screen today. So that's the reason you're not seeing, you know, new subscribers or YouTube subscribers and followers on Twitch.
So, fan favorite, Trick coming up.
Oh, Trick.
Match 5.
All right.
Trick versus Dr. Smuggle.
So this should be a good one for sure. Trick going to be obviously a fan favorite for sure. If we can stop getting a excavation, try not to do that. No abilities over here. We don't want to disqualify anyone, but we just try to have as little, basically, I guess, interference in the viewing, and definitely don't shoot muskets into the middle of the arena. Which is nice as well. We do have, supposedly, AGS is going to be watching over this event, so if we do have trolls or anything like that, they are able to act and take care of those trolls. So it's very nice to have, like I said, AGS's support, not just with the New World Game Disc, but also with moderation of the event. Hey, Booze Juice, where's Deity? I don't know if I'm supposed to say, but he's playing in the tournament under a kind of a fake name, something that you won't recognize him as. But a Deity is in this tournament as well, I believe. So I won't say anything about it. He doesn't want to know, or I don't think he wants to tell people, so I'm going to keep it hidden.
The Trick hailing from EU, you know, really spearheading a lot of the PvP community content out on Twitch and YouTube. You know, please go check out his stream and his YouTube. He's got a lot of good content, guys. Dr. Smuggle, don't know much about him, but should be interested to see this matchup.
For sure, for sure.
Definitely rooting for Trick here, even though we probably got off on the wrong foot.
So it looks like they started with Startsy just in the middle. We're going to have to probably take... Yeah, Startsy's going to... Yeah, well...
Yeah, it's the second time on Starzy here. This is
they're playing through it. If they stopped playing, we would cancel it. But if they're going to keep playing, we're going to keep playing it. I don't want to...
Think so? I don't know.
We'll talk about it here in a second. We'll see what happens here with Trick and PTR Smuggle. We'll act like it's a normal match here. Big plays by Trick, hitting some good damage. But we'll have to talk about what we want to do there. So if we could hold them just for a second and kind of communicate about this, because we haven't had this problem before. Let's just do a hold on here and see if we can hold on with them. So I think the only thing here is if they stop playing, right, you cancel it. But if they continue to play through it, I think you just keep playing, right? Like if they, I don't know. It's a tough situation because, you know, Startsies has done that twice now.
He's a contestant. That's no real excuse, you know? Like all contestants should abide by the rules. If he's not going to abide by the rules and he's going to troll, I think you should get a DQ, to be honest.
Startsy, yeah.
It's different if it's someone else, but, you know, you're expected to have a level of sportsmanship here.
It's true. Trick's going big with this totem. He's actually, they're both going totem here, which is really, really strong. Looks like they're going the exact same build, potentially. You know, Ice and Blender.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know, right now, looks like Trick's winning these trades, but not looking good for Trick. Shrapnel Blast goes off. Totem's going down. Can he get the totem off? Trick's in trouble here. Backs against the wall. PTR Smuggle, Spling Grenade hits. Big damage from Spling Grenade, but he potted it out. Net shot hits. PTR's getting the reload. Ooh, Storm goes, misses. Trick's just barely alive here. PTR Smuggle entombing, cleansing out those debuffs. Ooh, catching the Storm. Ooh, one more auto and Trick's, he goes down.
I'm telling you what, if anyone else saw that, that totem was basically unkillable. He could not take that totem out no matter what he did. So it was glitchy. The pylon is glitchy. So that's, he didn't put the pylon down before that arena started, right? So that's the only glitch that's currently in with the pylon. If you put it down before it starts, we have to reset the match. As long as that didn't happen, we should be good. Looks like they're starting round 3, though. This is going to be the round 3.
Shrapnel Blast from Tricks. Big Ice Spike going off. Misses. PTR Smuggle in trouble. Pots. Ice Shower misses. PTR Smuggle cleansing that burn off. Buying some time. Getting his stamina back up. Tricks PTR. Resetting cooldowns. Reloading. Ooh, Pylon goes down. Splitting Grenade goes down. Tricks PTR. Ice Storms go out. Tricks in the Ice Storm. Debuff big. Shrapnel Blast goes out. Net Shot goes out. Evades the bomb. PTR Smuggle at half HP. Tricks caught by the ice. Pots. Ooh, Spike goes out. Misses. Pylon going down. Auto's going down. Tricks hit by slow. Pylon out by Tricks.
These pylons are taking 4 autos from Trick to take out. That is unbelievable. It's providing a ton of pressure for Smuggle for free. And this might be a long fight just based on the builds being the exact same. They know what the others can do. Look at Trick. So it's going to take 3 autos to take Smuggle's totem out. It's going to take 4 for Trick to take Smuggle's out. That's a big difference.
Ooh, he's showering. Storm's going out. Let's see, grenade there. And it looks like Trix here saving those grenades to get rid of that pylon. Very good play. Trix gonna have to buy some time here, but PTR Smuggle not looking good. Trix just hitting those autos and winning those trades. Trying to get down that pylon. Buying some time on the Entomb to take out the pylon. Ooh, hit by slow. Big blast damage. Misses though. Trix winning these trades. Ooh, big blast damage coming out here by Trix. Ooh,
That could have been it.
Spike just barely misses. Shower going in, getting some move speed. Trix winning these autos, winning the trades. Ooh, grenade here, dodge by Trix. PTR Smuggle, blast him back now. Fight has pretty much reset fully. PTR Smuggle not looking good in the storm, taking damage. Pylon is out though by PTR Smuggle. Pylon taken out by Trix very fast. You got to take out that pylon quick. Ooh, big blast, big combo. Auto damage. Ooh, barely alive by the Entomb by PTR Smuggle, hanging on for dear life. Ooh, Trix hits the slow. Not looking good for PTR Smuggle.
Huge spike there. Smuggle's going to put that totem down again. It's going to apply pressure when Trick just has him so close. It's just so hard to take this ice out. And you can see the pressure Trick's applying, taking basically no damage on the offensive. It's going to be a very, very one-sided match right now. And I think Smuggle's going to continue to try to just dodge back and forth and reset till he gets pots back.
Oh,
not going to be enough.
blast.
Trick with a huge blast there from Trix. Going to take it 2-1. A big victory for Trix. And we all know, Trix is one of the best out there. Not a bad match at all. And I think, a lot of